Hello.
Good evening, everybody. How you guys all doing? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everyone.
As you can see, Deana has decided to go for a more calm, quiet, darker kind of
Ambiance.
ambiance this evening. And what's the entertaining part is while we're waiting for the 5-minute timer to start up for us, I get to see Deana running around the background, getting stuff ready. I think she even pulled out a beer, and
No,
no.
Frangelico and Bailey's.
Okay. I'm not one to judge.
No, it's really good.
Absolutely. It's a late Wednesday night. If anybody wants to partake in a drink, by all means, for sure.
Cheers.
Cheers for sure. Cheers indeed to anybody else, too.
So, busy week.
It's been a busy week. I think a couple of things have occurred. But before we get into it, obviously, welcome to the show. We're doing this one every week, 9:30, not 9 o'clock.
I tried for 9 tonight, but it was good that we didn't because Camilla didn't go to bed willingly.
We'll continue for 9:30 for quite a while
Yeah.
to get everybody there. But I mean, we may change the time if it works for better for everybody else, not only for us, but also anybody else watching. But also, hey everybody for joining. Also, as usual, just a little reminder. We're still pushing for the auto activism Discord. We're actually doing a little bit of progress now in this. So today I've got a couple of admins now that's going to be helping out just to help manage. So that's be good. And we're actually be working on doing the verified tag to people who are going to be considered verified people.
Cool.
So
Real DNA.
Real DNA has actually got one of the first verified tags on that Discord. Because I'm assuming you're not really that interested in being a mod there.
No, I can't.
No. So I will give it a little bit of info in regards to sort of what my vision is in regards to our verified role in the auto activism. It's a role that I want to reserve for people who are certain sort of renowned within the city in regards to activism and everything else. For example, as Deana is the go home terrorist ambassador.
Tomorrow is something different, though. Tomorrow is, can I bring it up since it's happening tomorrow?
Let me finish off the Discord.
Yeah.
Absolutely do that. So she's definitely the forefront and somebody that, if people see her speaking, would want to know it, make sure it's really her. Another person that we're going to be talking to see if I can get him to not only follow the process, but also help us sort of design the process in regards to getting verified is Sam Hirsch is the next one. If you don't already follow him, Sam Hirsch is part of Horizon Ottawa. Follow Horizon Ottawa for a lot of progressive work being done in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we get him to, help us sort of plan that out, and then we're able to get more people this way to get a good process and making sure we do get the right people so that if they speak, you'll know that these are the correct people, as well as they're going to have we're planning on having special channels for them to be also able to post events so that if you see something in these channels, it's reliable, real information that you should know upon. Nice. But if there's also an event like Deana's about to mention,
it's not a huge, well, I hope it becomes a huge event. Somebody posted that there was going to be a protest in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Because of the veterans. Do we have that? Can we post it?
Don't have much. Anyway, I don't have on that, but continue.
You don't have it? Okay. Maybe I can share
I'll see if I can make it happen.
Anyway, so in light of what was happening with the Veterans Affairs and how our veterans who basically laid their lives on the line for everyone here, they're coming back home and they're not able to get the things that they need, the things they deserve, basic things that provide dignity in walking through this life. Everybody deserves that. And so, anyways, they're protesting out there. So I just sent a message, asked them if there was a protest in Ottawa, and there wasn't. So I asked where the best place to protest was in solidarity with them. And they said the Parliament Hill. So I'm showing up at the Parliament Hill, and I'll have a sign with me. It's at 11 o'clock at the same time as theirs. And I hope other people can come out for this. Do you have it?
I do, as you're watching me do stuff on the screen, I'm sure.
We're all watching you, Joe.
Are you? No, I know, but you also get to see me
Yeah.
in the background there too. So this is for the immediate release. So I didn't get it. I saw part of it as it was also forwarded over to me. So this could be at 11 o'clock on December 8th.
Which is tomorrow.
In Dartmouth, yes.
Yeah.
So it's which is good. Hopefully there is one that gets organized, if not now, soon for Ottawa.
Yeah, somebody who, like, I'm just showing up. I don't organize protests. I just show up to places that I think deserve attention. And so if other people come, that's awesome. But I don't have equipment. I don't have a microphone for people to speak. I don't know any speakers. So if you guys are any of those, show up, and that would be awesome.
I just want to say for everybody who's listening, Deana does not need a microphone.
I don't.
She doesn't. She does not. Second to Clayton.
Clayton.
Yes. Oh no, yeah, you're
there tomorrow though, and he sends his regrets. He really, really wanted to come.
Yes.
He can't be there tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Clayton is still first place when it comes to a person who does not need a microphone.
No,
sorry, a megaphone.
Need a microphone, megaphone, any of those.
No, he very much carries his voice across the city.
It's lighter that way when it's built in.
It is. And funny story, as Deana will recall, while we were in front of TUPOC protesting, and we're going to have some more discussion on TUPOC shortly too.
Oh yeah, true.
But I do recall him standing in front, and he was doing the Clayton thing and firing off one-liners and just chirping poor old Willie Fard. Just firing the insults at him, and just
William.
But he was doing it with a megaphone, and because he brought a megaphone with him, and I don't know if it was his or if it was a rental. Didn't matter. But police came by and says, you can't use a megaphone. You don't have a permit. You can't use a megaphone. He's like, okay.
Did they? I didn't know this. Did they do that?
They did.
Oh, that's so interesting, given the fact that the Wellington dipshits are always on their megaphones.
I wouldn't call what they had. Yeah, but there was a definite scale difference between the megaphone the dipshits use versus the megaphone that Clayton had. Clayton had like a full-size one, like the one that we know Carl was using. It looked like something like some sort of kids Toys R Us special.
Oh, Carl.
Legitimately.
My megaphone.
Oh yeah, he's got a little megaphone, and I was kind of hiding his face behind it. It's not a big megaphone either, so it was kind of weird. But yeah, it's not very loud compared to the one like Clayton had, like a police one. And he used it. He didn't really have it set too loud, but it was significant. And it was just police like, all right, you can't use it because you don't have a permit. And he's like, okay. Continues to speak just as loud as the megaphone. Police are just looking like, we can't do anything now.
No, you can't.
It's just him. It was a sight to see, or more accurately, a sight to hear. Because, wow.
Yeah.
So off to our next thing. So the next
thing. TUPOC.
Not TUPOC yet. So the first thing we need to do is our new weekly segment.
Oh.
Yes. Convoy Watch. So between now to February, we're going to try to keep monitoring and give you guys updated information in regards to what's going on with the convoy.
There's guilty pleas.
Sorry?
There's guilty pleas.
There is guilty pleas. That is true, but this particular case here, I'm talking about not just the actual trials, but
we're going to talk about James Bowder first.
James Bowder and his attempted return to Ottawa. So far, they look like they're still on it, and this is the information we want to keep everybody aware of.
They want to sue Ottawa, right?
They do. We'll get into that. Yeah,
Bowder. It's Bowder, you fool.
Yeah. No. I definitely have the entire Simpsons sketch going off whenever I hear Bowder. But he looks like he is strategizing. I am keeping a more like we've been keeping a kind of a solid eye on it. Their aim is between 17th and 22nd is the time frame they want to be in the Ottawa area.
Yeah.
What concerns me a little bit is that there's a couple other smaller groups that are trying to join now. If they're not too large, it might not be a big deal.
Yeah.
But so far, the messaging has been quite consistent that they're going to be partying it up somewhere outside of town.
Okay. Or something.
And then they're going to be driving up and down, I'm assuming the 416 for freedom. So, and they're hoping people show up on the bridges to wave flags, which makes me wonder, what if different people show up?
Well, that's okay. Why does that matter?
No. What if different people with different flags show up than what he's hoping?
Oh, you mean counter protesters? That's likely going to happen. I don't know anybody, and when I post, people comment, no one's letting this shit happen again, and we're not waiting on the police to do something about it because we're not confident the police are going to do fuck all about it. So we're just not going to let it start. That's where I'm at. They can protest, but this shit that happened the last time is not going to happen fucking again. But I can protest too. And so can everybody else, if everybody else wants to come out.
So it might be time for Ottawa to own the bridges.
It's all time to own the bridges.
So we'll keep an eye on this. And if we get to see more information on this and get some more solid dates, I say we set protests on the bridges.
Someone's saying that'll coincide with Family Day. You're absolutely right.
It is.
A long weekend.
It is. And they already mentioned that already.
Yeah.
So that they're aiming for the Family Day. They're trying to make it a big family event.
Yeah.
I think it's time to show
all the power to you. Just go away at the end of the day. It's not a fucking 24-hour goddamn carnival. Fuck. Like, just if you want to plan a fun sort of fair, then do that shit. But do it fucking right. Get permits. Get fucking like health and safety. Do all the shit you're supposed to do and have fun. Go at it. But do it fucking right. You don't get to just forget about the laws and do whatever the fuck you want, wherever the fuck you want. That's the problem here. That's like, we could see eye to eye, right? If you like, just go home at the end of the fucking day. Come back.
Terrorists go home.
Go home. Like, fuck.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, so he's had that. I wasn't able to grab the article. Oh, sorry. I think I could probably find the other one there that we were talking about Dear Mr. Bowder for. But aside from this, but this is actually from just during the POC, which was what you mentioned, which he wants to sue the city of Ottawa. Because
we hurt his feelings.
We did. So
for you.
So he's got some sort of calculation where he thinks that he could sue the city and the residents for about $1.5 billion, I want to say.
Oh yeah, okay, sure, Bowder. That's your new fucking grift. Let's see. Did Jesus have that conversation with you too? You're gonna get $1.fucking whatever billion. Like,
So there's some weird math that's going to be involved for that. But the idea, I think, is that he had was, he's if we can sue, sorry, if the city of Ottawa can sue the convoy, then the convoy should be able to just sue the city of Ottawa.
You have to have a reason to sue. What's your reason to sue the city of Ottawa? What did Ottawa do to you, Bowder, and your fucking team of fucking hooligans in our city? Tell me that.
Yeah.
Tell me fucking what Ottawa did to you. What did we do to you, Bowder, you fucking asshole? Fuck you.
Don't hold back.
I'm not holding back. I hope you're watching, Bowder. Fuck you.
Thank you, Molly's World, for a join. But yes, he's. I can't seem to find because I was just reading it a little bit earlier. Oh, wait. Did I just find it? Yes, I did. I did. Nice. So give me a second here. Because, why not?
Fucking Bowder. Joe is like the whole computer guy here. I just click the button and join. That's what I do. And I have a big mouth.
Which is generally entertaining. Actually, it just is. So this is his idea to sue. Important to ask the question, apply to counter civil suit to the citizens of Ottawa. So he wants to sue the citizens of Ottawa. And this was just more of a plebiscite.
I want to be the lead fucking defendant so I can fucking like piss him right off.
Well,
my name on there. Fuck you,
I wouldn't mind. I think it'd be more. I think it'd be better if we were just on Paul Champ's team. I'd rather see him.
Oh, Paul Champ is accepting it on behalf of the people of Ottawa because he's awesome and
he is.
Yeah, cool.
And
you're fucked, Bowder. Have you met Paul Champ? Oh yeah, you did. And what happened to you, you fucking idiot? You think you're gonna have a second chance at redemption? He's just gonna eat you harder. Fuck you.
Just don't hold back. Don't hold back. So he was asking, currently the convoy organizers are being sued for $300 million. So first of all, that's
that's what it costs the city to host your fucking party that we never fucking agreed to. Okay, now what?
I saw the suit that from Paul Champ. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I don't know if he'll be able to get the $308 million, but the fact that he could probably drain them with fucking that, right. I think is phenomenal. So should they countersue him? Like,
did they have insurance? They were a corporation, were they not? They must have had insurance. If you didn't have insurance, well, you're a fucking idiot. And you couldn't have run this country anyway, because you don't even know how to run your fucking corporation. Fuck you, Bowder, and the rest of y'all. Fuck you.
Yeah. And so his questions are: would you like to countersue? Would you like to hear your name out of the suit? All right. So it's 100,000 plaintiffs countersued under the claims. $15,000 each time. That's 100,000 plaintiffs because he believes he can get 100,000 plaintiffs, maybe. It's 1.5 billion in the countersuit against 300 million. And that's just not how. I could say, you know what? I can get $200,000 people to follow me for $30,000, and that'll be even bigger than yours. But guess what? My suit might be just as useless as yours, and Paul Champ's still going to beat us all.
Yeah, well.
So.
Because all he has to do is apply the law, because it's fucking common sense and law.
Yes.
And so just like that, you're fucked, Bowder, because you don't have fucking common sense and you don't know how to follow the law. Fuck you, Bowder.
Now, I don't recall, but I think Bowder might be a bit of a sovereign citizen.
Okay. And?
Might be what he is.
That's what his plea is? I'm a sovereign citizen? I'm going after you guys because I'm a sovereign citizen? I don't understand.
I don't recall, but I believe he has a bit of the he does some sovereign citizen stuff in regards to.
Yeah. He also has conversations with Jesus about starting convoys, so I don't give a shit what he says.
Yeah. So yeah, that's true. So to what you to both Molly's world
Yeah.
and to
When
Irish there.
Powder under oath said God had spoke to him when he became a Christian, but he'd never read the Bible. He'd never read the Bible. Yeah. I know. Like
Yeah.
I I don't even know how they were fucking leaders of this convoy, to be honest. Is that the best you guys had? Were these guys? They're all eating each other alive now. They're all throwing each other under the bus, all the organizers.
Well, they already were. I mean, we saw that
Well,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw that happening the minute, the minute that they were done the whole POEC, they were all just trying to eat
Well,
each
no,
other.
during the POEC, they were fucking throwing each other under the bus. That's why my material was so fucking easy.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to them testify, and then they come outside and I fucking use their own testimonies against them because they're full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Poking holes in your fucking narratives.
They did.
Yeah.
They
And then
much
I
tore each other
realize
apart.
now these guys weren't that smart. They're not fucking smart. What the fuck? How'd that even happen? Aligning of the stars, and then all of a sudden these guys are the leaders and they're fucking idiots. Okay, good.
It's true. Big Christian, never read the Bible. So
Yep.
he doesn't know if he was wrong or not.
I know he's wrong.
I know it. You know it.
And the law knows he's wrong.
Exactly. Now.
Oh, just a sec. My dog needs to come in.
Oh no. You guys are stuck with me for now. So again, remember, one other announcement I did not say while Deana was here while we were doing the intro. If you are in Twitch and you are a tier 1 subscriber, you can absolutely use Freedom Baby. That is now an emoticon. Freedom Baby is an emoticon that's available for you guys on Twitch. So I tried to make it for a free level, but it's not letting me give you guys to the free level. So you might need to complain to Twitch. But Freedom Baby is now available there. More emoticons, there's more fun stuff we can do. Off to the next topic, and this is the resurgence of the very place and the very thing that brought you and I together, Deana.
Yeah,
it is. And
we met so many awesome people, by the way. TUPOC, totally like
we absolutely did.
Brought some really cool people in my life.
It is, and so out of nowhere this week, as I'm sure many of you guys are following us, TUPOC reared its ugly head. Just said, "Hello, how you doing? What's up?"
Not dead or something. What was their thing? Yeah.
Kind of felt like Blockbuster waking up and saying hello. It's weird. You know it.
Rose Video.
They came out. They came out. They said, "Hey, TUPOC is coming to a community near you. Fucking fear it." So this took, they were like secretly announcing, "Hey, we're in the neighborhood somewhere and to some place, And I'm like, "Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to fly. Where the hell are you?" And luckily, I was able to get a follower within less than 8 hours. Whoops. Why are you not? There we go. In less than 8 hours, somebody responded back and let me know there's the address of where TUPOC is. I'm like, done. Perfect. I've had some independent confirmations that actually have gone to the location, and they have.
Why are we playing their fucking game? Why are we chasing after them?
Well, we're not chasing them. I'm just kind of curious as to what they're doing.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
One of them has just checked out. You know what I love about TikTok? Mm-hmm. If you look at somebody's profile, TikTok tells you who's looking at your profile.
Oh yeah, it's totally good for like stalking and reverse stalking.
Yeah, and this person has a TUPOC video for like, it's ridiculous. It's Comer.
Pro or anti?
Pro. Why? It must be pro because it's just pictures of St. Bridget's Church. and then one of Comer and somebody else, and then another one of the church on the other side, I think. And like it's just a TUPOC. Oh, the shirt, like the pair. I don't know. I gotta find it. I'll send it to you. Hold on. You guys keep talking. No, I don't know how to do this. I'll send it to you another time. You can see it.
That's totally fair.
My phone's upstairs. I can do it from my phone, but to set it up on my computer, I'm not.
Totally. But it didn't end there.
Uh-huh.
Because if you had any question as to who was running the account.
Oh, yeah. You know.
We just need to look at exactly the text, response to the conversations. Like, are you attempting to publicly incite an obstruction of justice? Are you trying to sound grown up? Are you also trying to use your idea of legalese by it would appear from our perspective,
yeah,
that you are spreading misinformation?
That's such a Comer response.
It is. Comer speak is like his fingerprint.
Well, yeah, and it's always like has some sort of a attempted lawsuit at the end of it, and it's fucking hilarious. Mm-hmm. Tries to threaten the law on you, and then he yeah. How did your private prosecutions go, Will? Oh, they don't exist? You fucking idiot.
Yeah. I don't know if Will's got the data bandwidth or the budget to watch our show.
I was hoping he'd serve me.
Me too. Well, he might have, but it might be in private prosecution, which means it has to leave there. So the address is actually not 128. Okay, so
no, it's
250 Wellington.
Yes, 250 Wellington.
Unit 128. So that was quite correct. Mike Petch here has the precise address. I don't know if the phone number is correct, but yes, it is 250 Wellington.
Suite 128.
Yeah. And there's an interesting backstory there in regards to that particular location. So, and I've had a couple of discussions in regards to this. So, I'm just going to go back to this.
That's his creative, whatever, same address as his, what is it called?
It is exactly that. It is Creative Campus. Sorry, Campus Creative.
Campus Creative, yeah.
So, as many of you guys know, Comer had a business or two.
Or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's got a bit of addiction to registering corporations. This guy's like king of corpse. And I had a listing somewhere of all the corporations I found that he was registered under. Like I had about 8 or 9 of them. It was just insane.
Yeah, ridiculous.
From Magna Carta to
wedding photo or photography.
Yeah, there's Under the Umbrella. There's Campus Creative. Those are the 2 big ones that were kind of used quite a bit. Magna Carta and United People Canada. Those are the 2 TUPOC ones. But there's another 4 in there. Like I found 1 or 2. One for gaming. And a couple others for a couple other things.
Let me guess. He sells vitamin water.
No, surprisingly, I haven't seen anything like that. I would be surprised, but surprisingly, no. So far, everything else is just kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's got so many of theirs. There's one of them that was a gaming one, and there's a couple of reviews, and there's plenty of articles. Andrew Pinsett did a fantastic article in regards to the poor customers of Comer.
Andrew Pinsett is the reason why we met. Is because he put it on Twitter what was happening, and that ended up in one of my groups on Facebook. And then I'm like, the fucking convoy is trying to fucking what? No way. Get out there. I'm like, I don't think so.
Well, there was Pinsett that was doing that, as well as other ones like Nugs did a great job in trying to
no, I didn't know Nugs until then.
Nugs is one of the ones that brought me out to that, in the sense of I was watching. It was Nugs' stream that I watched, and the one that got me to move was after the infamous press conference, the Water Pistols and Deana holding a service. We all know it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it got weird fast. So he's back at it. He's now Toronto's problem. I'm sorry, Toronto. You guys got a lot of people there.
Yeah.
I don't think we've
He'll
got.
get eaten alive in Toronto, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be.
No, it's
The more I look at this, sorry?
It's too expensive. You know he can't pay his fucking rent here in Ottawa. Can you imagine what a property would cost out in Toronto?
Yeah, this is what we're kind of asking ourselves questions about this, which was we were asking questions about this. This is a primo location in Toronto. I look at the map. If you look at it on the map for Toronto,
That landlord's getting fucked. That's all that's happening here.
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't think so. And hear me out.
Okay, listening.
So that property is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That entire area is is a lot of money. But he's had these two businesses. They're not the most fantastic in making money. I mean, he did probably decently well for a campus creative, but I mean, I read the reviews. I've seen what they were saying, especially because Pinsett did the entire customer reviews. I did a whole breakdown tweet thread in regards to the employee review to give an idea of what's going on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Having being in employment that's done a lot of web work in my background, I was able to read between a lot of those lines of what's going on there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, this is a shady sweat. What we call it, I call it a web sweatshop. They just crank out content for customers for as quickly as possible to try to recover costs.
But he's totally not even doing that though, because
he's not doing it. He's getting other people to do it.
Yeah, but he's got people who are trying to get their money back because they paid him to do work that he didn't fucking do, and he's not giving them back their deposit that he took from them. He required a deposit so that he would do the fucking work. So he takes their money, holds on to it, and doesn't do fuck all for it. What kind of guy is that?
Do you know where the money is?
A guy who should be fucking having businesses around. He doesn't pay his landlord.
Do you know where that money is?
What money?
That money
deposits?
from all those. Yeah.
What's $20,000? So he's going to have it for 5 months. What the shit? 4 months? He's going to have that place. Who cares?
It's all that merchandise.
Yeah, well, that's what he does, though. He always fucking spends all his money on merch. Remember when he went to the church?
Yeah,
and he got all that merch.
That's the merch from the church.
Yeah,
merch from the church.
Merch from the fucking church.
Yeah.
By the guy who takes other people's money and was supposed to give them services, but instead of giving them services, he bought himself some fucking merch with your money.
Yeah. So I'm wondering here if because I'm wondering if the properties
and fucking shit for the barbecue, community barbecue.
I'm wondering if I'm wondering if the property isn't his. I'm wondering if it's family property.
I don't think it's either of them.
It could be a condo. It could be family property.
Well, yeah, maybe a commercial condo, but I think, isn't it on one of the main streets? I think it's very expensive, whatever that is. I don't think his family.
No, it's very, very, very expensive. This is actually pretty.
If his family owned it, that fucking shit display that they put there with some dumbass curtain that they can't even fucking straighten out. Tell me that's professional. They don't have any fucking money.
Oh no. The property is worth money. He probably set this up himself with a shower rod and stuff.
Yeah. But he has no more money if he's using a fucking shower rod and a ridiculous sheet with fucking loops on them. Come on. That's what he did with your money.
Sadly. And hopefully they'll be able to get it out. Or at least get the money back.
It's a fucking thief.
Yeah. It was not the greatest.
There's still more convoy stuff, you know. Are we going to put that last? Oh, that's at the end. That's at the end. Never mind. You know what I'm talking about.
Follow the schedule, woman.
I know. I didn't even open the schedule again. My daughter has my phone because I play meditation music for us to go to bed.
Aw,
I decided to leave it there.
That's
Yeah.
cute. So yeah, I don't imagine TUPOC's gonna be much of a. I don't think it'd be much of an issue anymore.
No.
They're pretty much.
Let's just see what happens out in Prince George, though. There's some pretty like loyal people there, but I feel like they're gonna know who's a cult. I'm not sure.
I've talked to some people who know Prince George, and Prince George is just a crazy place.
Oh, totally. I've seen video. They've sent me videos, and I'm just like,
yeah,
this guy is like this fucking idol almost. It's very cultish. It's very cult-like. It's ridiculous, to be honest. Like, so culty. If there ever comes a point where all of you people are following me wherever I go just to be around me, you're fucking fucked, okay? Who does that? Who follows somebody around? Because they just, you know what I mean? I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. What did he do? What did he fucking do? Is he a celebrity? What did he do? Did he put on a good performance? Like, fuck Chris Sky. Like, these guys. What is wrong with what is wrong with everybody? What is happening around us?
There is cults of personalities that gain attention and attraction, and it's not to. So I mean, I see why there's people that follow Chris Sky. I can see why there's people that follow.
Why? Come on, Joe. Tell me why somebody would follow Chris Sky. Tell me. What does he got?
Because
he's got a racist fucking potty mouth. I have a potty mouth, but he's got a racist potty mouth.
I'm not saying why you should follow him, and I'm in no way I'm ever going to tell you to follow him.
That's way too many racists then, if all of those people follow him. But that's
remember, just to give you a gauge as to how many racists you can potentially find. Faith Goldie.
Yeah.
She's an absolute racist.
I know. And makes no bones about it either.
No, absolutely. Crazy religious, racist, kicked off of all sorts of social media. Ran for mayor in Toronto. Lost epically. But in that, I read she got 25,000 votes. She still lost a low percentage, but she still got 25,000 votes.
Yeah, that's quite a big enough following to keep you from not actually working in life. All right, cool.
But my point is, in regards to Chris Sky and other ones, they'll get a following because these are the heroes saying the messages that these people want to hear. They're saying, they're saying the anti-vax message. They're saying these other things. They're saying the stuff that they want to hear. It's kind of an extension. These are the heroes. Same way why Tucker Carlson's got a following, why Alex Jones has got a following, why Shapiro, like all these guys.
That makes me sad. Like people who are at the point where they listen to Alex Jones, that is the bottom. Even below Tucker Carlson, he's like at the fucking bottom. He's a disgusting shell of a human being. And the minute everybody knew that he lied about something like Sandy Hook, they should have abandoned ship at that point. Someone added this pain to other people when they were already suffering from losing their own children. You need to
absolutely right
if you haven't jumped ship yet. Fuck. Yeah. Alex Jones bottom.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, even in Canada, we were starting to get our versions of these particular personality types. I mean, Viva Frey's not really one particular. It's Canadian. He's lives in Florida now. But comments on all the conservative, But you also got, what's his face? Andrew Tate. You got, Keenan Bext. But we've got, Rebel News, we've got our versions of the right wing, and they've got their personalities, and therefore they're starting to get their heroes out of that.
Yeah.
So they're going to be following these guys, and these guys, particularly the right wing, tends to be able to cling to the idea of following their team or following their belief a little bit better. So
I don't know if they're following it better. I think they're making it so much of their lives. Like, I think we just accept things, like things that don't need to be a problem because there's enough problems in our lives. You don't need to make trans people a problem to you. They don't fucking mean anything to you. They don't do anything to you. We don't do that. Fighting over pronouns, we don't do that. We just say, okay, cool. Like, why would you want to not do that? I don't know. Like, why you need to make it all these problems that they make for themselves. I don't understand. I just don't. There's enough problems.
No, absolutely correct. Speaking of people with problems, we've now got our other person who continues a story from last week, which I'm sure as many other people have heard about.
Oh, James Bowie.
James Bowie. So, short summation for everybody here. It came out in CTV News article, I believe, last night. I actually got word of it on the weekend that it was coming, and I was expecting on Monday. CTV probably delayed to Tuesday for whatever reasons, scheduling, whatever, everything else. That's fine. And the short of it is not surprising in regards to. I've already made a statement both last week's episode as well as I did put one in today in this on Twitter in regards to information I found about Bowie back in October as we were doing the TUPOC special, and the reasons why I had originally invited him to join the show as a panelist, and then last minute after hearing specific information about it, I had to remove him from the episode altogether. Just because I'd heard the stories, and I heard the stories myself firsthand from some of the other people, and I just I know this now. It's no longer sort of hearsay. I've heard it firsthand. I've got to make a choice, and I've got to make the right choice. And I can't, it's one of those situations I've always thought about. Would you, if you were in that situation, what would you do? And I'm like, all right, I'm in that situation. I always thought it'd be good. What am I going to do? I got to do the right thing. So that's why I chose him not to have him on the show. But as many of us have already, known some of these stories are going around, as well as a lot of people in Ottawa, as we've been hearing, already knew about this stuff. It didn't come too much as a surprise that more people came up, and that's what we heard this week. So some sort of the details, or some of the quick details are, CTV News interviewed 9 victims after their original airing that reached out to them. Michael Spratt had over 24 women reach out to him. I don't know if they're the same people as in with CTV or if they're separate or what that mix is. Even if we say all of them are the same, it's still over 24 people. And reason why I want to bring that up is if it was one person, I'd be like, okay, this is kind of like, I understand that. I want to listen to them too, but there is, it's just one story. And let's see what the legal system says. When you get to over 24 at this point, saying similar stories, and these people, I'm having a hard time to believe they're all connected. There's some sort of organized thing. I'm sorry. No, that's just not. That's not the case.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I'm going to say that even if I had seen the news that I saw where we had her speaking and telling her truth, and then them showing the text messages, I believe her. She has already done above and beyond. You know, she went through it. She's telling the story, and I'm sorry, but I believe her. It's
You're
not
right.
just her saying stuff. There was screenshots of these stupid fucking text messages he was sending.
You're right. I didn't frame that right. I still did believe her. So it's not. It's not the fact I didn't believe her. I did believe her. I definitely did believe her because, again, we use some background. But even if there was no background, I'd still believe her because I know that for a woman to come out to say to come out and to accuse somebody, it's not an easy thing. Everything you're gonna be scrutinized, you're gonna be on the spotlight, everybody's gonna be talking about it. There is no profiting, there is no good, there is nothing easy about what's going to happen. It's not a wonderful thing at all. So my wording wasn't in regards to, did I believe her? No, I did. My wording is more towards the people who had doubts. It's like, all right, I get your doubts when it's just one person. But at 24, if you still have doubts, there's nothing that's going to convince you at this point. It's no longer an issue of having enough to start thinking.
And then today, like his lawyer said, he doesn't have access to his devices yesterday. And then he fucking tweets at like, what is it, midnight or something like that? Not guilty. I thought you didn't have your device. Like, give me a break, bud. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some suspicious things there. I mean, it's more than likely. He says he's there's a lot
a
of
liar. That's it. He's a liar.
Potentially. I'm not going to disagree. I'm afraid to.
Because he didn't do it. He says he's not guilty. He's fucking lying.
Well, it's. I mean, I'm going to let the courts officially decide that for us. I've got my opinions.
I have my opinion too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know your opinion, and it's not that dissimilar from mine. But in regards to like the electronic devices, yeah, I don't believe he didn't have. Sorry, I thought the entire his messaging in regards to CTV saying I didn't have my electronics devices, as the lawyer says. That's what CTV says, his lawyer reported, versus what he's saying. He's like, no, I was ready to sit down and talk to them. At this point, I don't think I can give any credence towards Bowie. That's just my opinion, though, and it doesn't really worth very much. So,
well, I'm so proud of every woman who
every single one
forward, and yeah, this is how we do. We're not going to take this shit anymore. This is how we do. We come forward. It's good. I'm so proud of everybody.
Oh, absolutely. And it's, I mean, I've seen many people bring up the story. I've had a couple that brought the story to me. I've seen a few on Twitter, both, and as well as on Reddit. There's so many of these stories. Every single one of them that came out to say their piece, and especially the ones that came to court or gave information to Mr. Spratt to get the lawsuit, or at least and also the effort to get it to be done to the LSO. I'm a huge fan for every single one of them. More than impressed. They're brave women, braver than I could be. If they need any help, I'll send you Deana. She'll back you up.
I will. You know I will.
She'll bring the wagon if you wanted to.
I will. And it was all stocked with snacks and
It's true.
food and
Oh yeah, it was very very much stocked with snacks. It's very much momish in that way.
mom.
Yeah. There's snacks in there. There's battery backups for your phone's equipment. There's water. There's hats and blankets.
Yeah,
Total
that's
mom.
right. Extra jacket.
Jacket. There's hats. There's a scarf. You got a scarf in there. I'm like, it's okay,
You
mom.
never
I got
know who's
everything.
going to show up not dressed enough, so you can
It
lend
is.
them your jacket.
It's the I mock a little bit, but the truth is it's an absolute great thing to do because I mean, particularly
So
when
we're going to
we're
have an activist
Mhm.
knapsack, pack or whatever, and then we're going to
Mhm.
have an activist wagon. How to stock
Oh
your
yeah.
activist wagon.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've been thinking about how to do that.
Yeah.
Shh. We're not
Okay.
gonna be talking, and I got a really wicked idea, and I think it's be wonderful. So, quick little thing for everybody here. As we're building up towards this potential convoy
February.
activity coming up in February, we may have a need for people to be ready to go drop our hats to go help counter protests. Basically, like
On the fly.
on the fly. Basically, think of the Battle of Billings Bridge. We
Mm-hmm.
could be looking at another one of those. So,
Many of them.
for those who'd be interested, we're hoping to get some little information and maybe a small video collection to get you guys trained up and ready in regards to what do we need to do, what do I need to think about, what's going to be good for that.
Mm-hmm.
I got a really good idea, and I think you might like it. It's gonna be awesome. So, now on to the next segment here, and it has to do in the city. So we move away back from the crazies to just this is from the crazy and the crazy grifting to just the grifting. And to that, I bring you to the Ottawa LRT.
Grifters.
Yes. So I want to bring up so last week, just after our show, we got to they came out with a report from the Ottawa LRT. Actually, it came out that day. We didn't have a chance to analyze it, so we didn't have a chance to review it. But I want to bring up to the point where the commissioner actually gives his first opening summary of it, and it's not subtle, like at all. Like I'll let you explain. I'll let him explain it.
Yeah.
Over the past 11 months, my team has worked hard for the people of Ottawa to find out what happened and why in order to avoid similar problems in the future. I have concluded that the people of Ottawa deserve better. Les gens d'Ottawa méritent et mieux. There were persistent failures in leadership, partnership, and communications in the construction and maintenance of the LRT. The report examines the details of numerous failures and shortcomings of the project and makes 103 recommendations. I will emphasize 4 points. First, when public and private parties undertake a public infrastructure project, they must always remember to put the public interest first. It is the core organizational principle that informs all steps on a project. Second, collaboration and cooperation must be at the heart of the relationship between a public entity and its private partners. Unfortunately, with the LRT, in their efforts to protect their legal or commercial interests, parties created an atmosphere of mistrust. Third, the parties working on complex infrastructure projects must continually foster a culture of early reporting of issues, challenges, and mistakes.
Obvi.
It was unconscionable that RTG and its main subcontractor knowingly gave the city inaccurate information about when they would finish building the LRT. The people of Ottawa were relying on that information Transparency and secrecy must be the watchword in all communications. Fourth and finally, public entities and private sector partners must ensure that municipal councils are provided with timely, complete, and accurate information to permit effective oversight. The failure to tell City Council about the lower testing criteria for the LRT compromised Council's oversight duty. The Ottawa LRT has been in operation for more than 3 years, but some of its problems still remain. While relations between the city and RTG have improved, both need to do more work to ensure that the public interest is at the core of everything they do.
Both sides hate him.
Yeah. So clearly private sector is doing good there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No.
So
neither was our governance, though.
neither was our governance.
Like,
But our governance is gone. That was responsible for the RLIT. All of it is gone. Everybody but one person still remains. That's Hubel, I believe.
Hubble or something.
Yeah, Hubble. So, and there was a
Hubley.
Horizons Ottawa. Sorry?
Hubley,
I believe so, yeah. And there's a petition by Horizon Ottawa to ask him for it to step down.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't signed it, sign it. I've retweeted it. It's on Horizon Ottawa.
Should be in the activism.
It is the activism.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Go sign up and get your voice said. But as it stands right now, pretty much some of the larger names have already left. Watson, Marconi,
Canelacos.
Exactly. They've all disappeared, which adds a bit of frustration to it because, we would have liked them to be forced to answer to it.
Why? What are they going to answer to? We know they fucked it up large. I don't want to hear from them. They can go fuck themselves. Seriously. What are we going to hear from them? I'm sorry.
Right.
I fucked up and screwed your buses. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God. That was such a shit show. And the bus system has weakened since they've started working on the LRT, which makes it super frustrating for people who are low income because they rely on these buses to be on time so that they can get to work on time. I remember some lady smashed my car and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the bus for a bit because I wasn't ready to buy another car. Holy shit. It would take me an hour and a half to get somewhere that my car takes me in 7 minutes, an hour and a half.
Yep.
And I had multiple properties at the time. So I'm like, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like,
especially I know what you do. It's a vehicle.
Impossible.
Yeah, it's almost impossible for you to do it.
Yeah.
At least for a reasonable amount of money. Yeah, no, it's true. And I also recall, and I knew this was going to be a problem the minute they did this. So up to that point when they're getting the LRT in place, there was already a whole bunch of questions I was having. Like, you guys are digging under the city. Why? Because a couple of businesses cried about it. This is a terrible idea. Digging underground is a much more difficult and challenging cost than staying above ground.
It also has massive impacts. We have a massive rat problem in the city right now. Like, it's getting out of control. And at the same time as the digging was going on, the city, I heard, somebody can validate this if I'm wrong, but I heard that I heard this from the pest control people because we had rat problems in one of the areas.
Yep.
And they said that the city stopped treating the sewers. So not only did they stop treating the sewers, they started digging out where rats live. Then COVID happens and they don't have their usual places to dine, these rats around restaurants and stuff. They all shut down. So they just fucking, and now like the bigger prey is starting to become more populated, which is kind of cool. The fox is like making a massive comeback here. And then the coyotes.
Which are getting ballsy.
Go outside at night or whatever, or dogs, because the fucking coyotes. But we need to cohabitate. I just don't know.
sacrifice
The
a
rat
dog.
problem
like
is
that.
my issue. The rest of them, they're cool. The rat
Fair
problem.
enough. That's absolutely fair enough. But I mean, yeah, it was a huge upset. It's nothing from this particular report was kind of surprising. But I'm looking over like the what you might call it. Sutcliffe has pledged to Sutcliffe
What are you
has
pledging,
pledged.
Sutcliffe?
He's pledging accountability for the LRT.
What does that even fucking mean?
No idea.
Okay, good.
So,
Because if I heard the commissioner right, both sides did not put the public first. So
Nope.
neither side of you can blame the other more than the other.
no, absolutely.
The private fucking companies screwed us over, and same with the staff, city staff.
Yeah,
and
no,
Monster.
absolutely.
They fucked us.
You're totally correct. And I mean, Sutcliffe is claiming to he's going to be doing a deep investigation into the whole LRT. I'm like, well, that's what the inquiry is for.
Yeah, like, are you spending our money to do something? The inquiry just came up with 103 fucking recommendations. Thanks, Sutcliffe. You can.
No, I think he's vowing to make the phase 2 better. And I'm like, first of all, it's based on the original system. Second of all,
are we switching companies? Is that what we're going to do? Because we have that kind of money to buy out the company we've already signed a contract with. Is that how that's going to work?
Yeah. Second of all, it's you'd have to redo a lot of things because it looks like there's a lot of problems across the board.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm just hearing lip service.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And well, the third one is just he's Watson's friend. So.
Well, time will tell. Prove me wrong, Sutcliffe. Prove me wrong.
I don't think he will. I think he's going to let you down. It'll hurt you a little bit.
You think?
Cry.
No, not this one. I'll cry about other things. That's not something I'm going to cry
No,
about.
I know. No. Not at all.
These might be first world problems we're talking about here, too.
That's true. I think I skipped over a story out of my order.
The agenda, Joe.
I know.
Agenda.
I know. The one I did not bring up was actually another story. So you did go to a conference last week.
I went to a conference last week.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You went to go see Women in Journalism.
Oh, right. Yes. You called it I call it an event. I don't know what it is. It's a conference. Okay.
Sure. There's people. There's seating. People were speaking. Felt like a conference. I didn't get a chance to go, but you went there. Yeah, it went well. But the reason I bring it up is well, you can tell us about what the conference is about.
Well, it's plain and simply the massive, disgusting, over-the-top communications that these women are getting through Twitter, through email, through Instagram, and they are messages of threatening behavior. They're threatening their lives. They're saying that they're following them, that they've got people watching them, that they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, because they don't like how they're reporting stories. So, does that sound like any other country that these people who are doing this might be complaining about? If you don't like their fucking content, that's what the free market is. Don't read their shit and move along. You can be angry with them. You can say, like, you're a fucking idiot, you're a liar, you're a piece of shit, you're a racist, whatever you want, but not, I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to rape you, or I'm going to dox you. Like, this whole doxing thing, I don't care if you're the left or the right. It's disgusting. There's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you have that in your mind to do that to somebody, even a little bit, then you need to check your shit. Check yourself. Check your fucking self.
Well, here's a little bit more from Rachel herself.
Yes.
She did a little
very well
TikTok
spoken.
about it.
Yep.
It's like it's part of her job.
I'm a female reporter and I have been receiving death threats for months now. My DMs, my replies on Twitter, my emails, this is what they look like every day. And it's not just me. People are targeting female and especially women of color journalists, trying to silence our voices. Myself and my colleagues Erica and Saba have been on the receiving end of these for months, and we've reported it to the police, and so far, nothing has happened. Meanwhile, we've been told that our photos were plastered to the wall of a garage and they were deciding which one of us they wanted to kill. And we're told that we're being stalked, and I don't feel safe leaving my house anymore. Every day, it's like this. Every day. When right-wing influencers talk about me, I get another one. There is racist, misogynistic, disgusting, and threatening language in all of them. And our only crime is doing journalism. Free press is under attack. And people need to pay attention and do something about it. Or one of us will get killed.
You first.
I don't know what to say. Like, I don't understand what motivates people to take that next step. Like, you can be angry at somebody, you can really dislike what they put out there, you can criticize their content. You don't even have to criticize their content. You can just say you're a fucking idiot if you want to. But the moment you take that next step, I don't understand. That's like, check yourself. Stop posting people's personal information online. Even if it's public, don't do that. Don't put somebody's license plate, even though really it doesn't really matter. But like, why are you doing that shit? Why are you trying to, you know what you're doing. Like, you know why you're doing that, which makes you fucking crazy. So check yourself. Like, I don't know. I don't have nothing else to say. I feel terrible for Erica. I listened to Saba. She read her, one of the letters she's received. It was full of racism. It was full of like misogyny. It was disgusting. Talking about sexual assault, talking about torturing, killing, like, for real. I don't know. I don't know. If you guys have friends like that, you need to check your friends too. Like, you have to call it out. You have to just say, man, you're talking crazy shit. Okay. Just chill out.
No, agreed.
Like,
I try not to associate. I think I'm doing pretty good at it. And pretty much anybody who's misogynistic, just not around me.
well, even wanting to dox people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's like, maybe you're not a misogynist, you're just a fucking doxer. Like, don't fucking do that. I saw your friend. Let's post this, Corrine.
I can bring it up.
I saw your friend Pleb tonight tell someone he didn't think the suicide tweet about Rachel the guy did was not right. I don't understand what I just read. Tell somebody he didn't think the suicide tweet about Rachel the guy did. What the guy did.
Did Pleb think the tweet was okay for the guy to talk about? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused on that one too.
I don't even know.
But yeah, so
Barney.
you just agree with the tweet. Okay, that's good. And more people need to do that, no matter where you are. So there are a couple of things in regards to that was also my takeaway. Totally agree 110% with everything you said.
Yeah.
In addition,
Sure.
was because I seen this also from Rachel Gilmore before, is her frustration with the OPS.
Oh,
in
yeah.
regards to getting action. And to me, that's kind of really bothering me even more right now. And I made a bit of a comment on Twitter about it, saying, like, listen, Ottawa and OPS, you guys have just got screwed over. Not screwed over, sorry. You guys just got completely reamed at the POEC for being ineffective there.
Yeah.
This is not your first time being ineffective in regards to women reporting stalking. You need to do better. City officials need to hold you into account.
They need to organize better. They don't, like, the that department, like, is cybercrime, child pornography, online harassment, like all of these things. And we're not in the 21st century. I thought we were going to be in the 21st century by the rollout they talked about, but our police department is not in the 21st century. I don't know, maybe we need just a quick audit, or maybe they have the stats of what are the highest crimes reported in Ottawa, and then reorganize the department so that it's ratioed appropriately. I have no idea.
No,
Maybe.
absolutely.
But I can't imagine cybercrime and those things are small potatoes. It's massive.
That's the thing. I guess we'd have to go to OPS and start getting a little bit more stats as they're reporting, because I do believe they start reporting in regards to how many things are reported, how many things are actioned upon, and so on.
Yeah. Well, do we have access to that? I'd like to know.
Possibly through OPS, the OPS board. So some of that information needs to be coming up public, because they would need to report the city of, we've dealt with this many burglaries, we've dealt with this many kinds of crimes and these different kind of categories, cost us this much. They have to do it for budgetary reasons.
I know. Yeah, okay. Maybe. I don't care how many arrests there are, unless it's put against how many people have called in and made a report about something. Because
no, and that's exactly it. They would have both of those things in regards to like there've been let's say that's this random thing, 500 reports of burglaries. Of those, 200 of those turned into arrests.
Yeah.
They will give you those kind of general stats, and they will have those in a report, so they can give you breakdowns. I believe there's monthly breakdowns, or at least some sort of breakdowns in regards to how they're all segmented out. I remember seeing a couple of those like years and years back. So it is out there. It is public information, because they don't go into any details. It's aggregate data, so you can actually kind of see what's going on there. So particularly in regards to SA, cyber crimes, so on and so forth, you can find out what's going on, like how many of these are being reported, and are all of them being reported? Is there, like, do we have a capture of everything else, and just start hammering on why aren't these things being responded? So
can I add something?
You can add as much as you want. I can't tell you what to do. I know
I just
better.
thought of this. All this controversy online about it, and everybody asking, like, both sides, why aren't the police doing anything? Like, the one side's being accusatory, saying if it was something, then the police would do something. And the other side is like, oh my God, that's terrible. Why the fuck aren't the police doing anything? So both sides are asking the same question for different motives. Yeah. But the police need to be seeing this and like, maybe it's time we fucking do something. Since everybody's watching now. Yeah. Like, Erica, Saba, Rachel, you just fucking brought this to the forefront. You made it the conversation.
And hopefully we can turn it into something that actually makes a bit of change. Because if anything, I'd like to see, these things should be investigated. Because with the volume that these ladies are getting, and I don't have the stats, but I'm sure if we talk to any of them, we'll probably get some numbers and roughly as to how many they're getting per month or whatnot, or how many people are unique, or like unique people are getting that are messaging them. That's a fair amount of numbers, and eventually one of those could turn into somebody who's going to take action, terrible action. And Rachel's right, is it going to take one of us to get killed before somebody notices? Like, is that what it's going to take? Are we that dumb that we're going to have to wait that long?
If they don't have standards now, they don't have standards when somebody dies. We saw that in the United States. Like, a school of kids got their heads blown off, and that didn't move anybody who already had their minds made up, because it just got worse and worse and worse until a year ago, another school had their kids blown, and like literally blown up with the fucking more advanced weapons that people are allowed to carry. So much of a problem that even the police were too fucking scared to go in and save helpless kids.
Yeah.
So they won't care, and it doesn't matter how gruesome it gets. If they're okay with this, Mark my words, they're okay with it happening to somebody. There'll be an excuse why that person deserved it or should have fucking not started it or whatever their stupid excuses are. Those will still be the same excuses unless they see it for what it is now.
And you're not wrong. I mean, Sandy, like for the States, it's, you know, if they allowed Sandy Hook, they'll allow anything.
Oh, fuck. And then Uvalde happened. Anything changed since Uvalde? No. It's the police's fault. So they've settled on that and then it's done.
No.
Move on.
They didn't do anything for Sandy Hook. They'll never do anything.
Sort of what the convoy's trying to do here. Oh, it was the police's fault that we didn't fucking pick up our shit and get the fuck out of your city and stop blocking Ambassador Bridge and all these other places. That was the police's failure, not ours, and not us being accountable. It was the police's fault. They're doing the same thing.
Nope, absolutely agree. No, totally agreed.
There was a policing solution, you see. Fuck off. There was also a human being solution where you just take your shit and get the fuck out. Go home, terrorists.
Combination of go home terrorists and Deana mom. Grow up, get out of here.
Pull up your bootstraps. Get the fuck out of my town.
Exactly.
Hey, there's a KAW. Are we there yet?
We are now. Yes, we're coming up to the closing.
See something funny?
So we are going to, as we've now decided to do as part of the format, to do something lighter at the end.
Yeah, something funny or happy. This is funny.
So the lighter on this one is brought to us by Miss Kellyanne Conway. So
not Conway. Wolf.
Sorry, wrong Kellyanne. Yeah. Kellyanne Wolf, or Kellyanne Farkas is also as she's known. So, quick little background for those who don't know: Kellyanne Farkas is also the ex-girlfriend of one Patrick King. And she is ordering a big party that's coming up.
Trying to make her ex-boyfriend jealous.
In the weirdest of ways. I will allow Deana to explain.
Read this. It's a big party event on Friday. They're going to, what is this? Orgasmicology. It's a new and unique visionary concept coming into existence in the realities of the now. So they're basically going to play some music that like enlivens your senses and euphoria and what did they say? Blissfully orgasmic, multi-dimensional experiences. Word salad, orgasm. That's what they did. Just so you know, this is going to be, tell me you're not yelling out to your ex-boyfriend that you're trying to have sex everywhere without telling me you're not trying to get a hold of your ex-boyfriend. It's awesome. Beautiful. If you guys are free Friday, show them where it is. Oh no, maybe that's not doxing. Maybe we shouldn't show them where it is.
She's
on her page. Need to see it.
Publicly announcing the show.
Okay, well maybe she wants the advertisement.
I think she's looking.
So there you go, guys. You can think it's in Toronto. I didn't even look at. Oh yeah, $25. I did look at that.
The
so
Clubhouse
super
Toronto.
Early bird is sold out. So you got to pay $35 or $40. Why are you paying $40 for advanced tickets? Does that mean you get to walk in early or?
No idea, but $45 at the door.
I see.
But yeah, sort of an auditory orgasm.
Yay. You know what? She probably had to discover that because her voice is so annoying and people have to hear music over top of it and drown it out. They can have an orgasm. Can I tell you one disgustingly dumb story? I fucked up huge. It's ridiculous. I'll tell you guys a dumb story. This is
Sure.
being an oops mom. My son's catching a cold or something, so I have chewable vitamin C and like vitamin D pills that you like whatever take with water. And so I just smoked a little bit of a joint. So I'm not blazed, but I'm just not, totally smart. And so I explained to him how to take it, and he just looks at me. He's like, "Did you just hear what you said?" And I said, "Did I just hear what I said? What did I say?" He said, "You told me to chew C and swallow the D." And I'm like, "Oh my God." And that was it. I was dead. I died. What the fuck?
Stuff you never want to hear from your mom.
No, that's what I'm like. Fuck, I just said that to my son. Chew the C and swallow the D. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm dead.
He's going to have. Oh,
I do laugh at that every once in a while, out of the blue, because it's ridiculous. And now I'm crying.
that is absolutely the best.
Yeah, gold. Things mothers should never say.
It's going to.
He's 23, by the way. He's not,
Yeah,
some kid who's like.
The scarring's already set in anyways. There's nothing. There's no new damage you could do by now.
Fucked him up already. It's all good. Oh, crap. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching. That's what we got for you guys this week. Again, you guys got anything else you want us to cover? Let us know. Message us. Also follow us on Twitter, Facebook.
And if you're free tomorrow at 11, I'll be at the Hill.
If you're free tomorrow at 11, go follow Deana at the Hill.
Don't follow me. Just show up.
Just show up. Yeah. You can be a follower and a big fan.
Yeah, you can be a follower on my live if I go live tomorrow.
Follow her live or be a big fan and go fangirl her or fanboy her. She'll love it.
Nope.
And aside from that, that'll be it for this week, as well as on Sunday. Saturday I'll be live streaming again at noon, and we'll be back here again next week. Till then, thanks.
Yeah, send us stuff if you guys want us to talk about something.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.